Hi, this is Dave, one of the designers of the Capture Discipline version 3.5 Time Safe. I've been asked to give you a brief demonstration of how it works, how to program it. It seems a little intimidating when you look at the keyboard because it's got double numbers on it and some buttons are double press and some buttons even have 3 different functions. But in reality it's very intuitive, and especially if you look at this video once or twice you'll pretty much get the hang of it in no time. In a nutshell, it has 3 different modes. Right now it's in what we call the resting mode, meaning it's locked, but if you want to unlock it, you just press any button. And as you can see, the light comes on, the relay clicks, and then you can open up the safe. So it'll stay in the resting motion pretty much all the time unless you actually have it programmed. The second mode is the programming mode, which I'll show you in a minute. The third mode, after you've programmed it, you've got 20 seconds that we call the cool-off mode. That in that 20 seconds you can still open up the safe or reset the numbers for a different time or something like that. After that 20 seconds times that, then you're locked down. And of course the lockdown mode is the 4th mode. So I'm going to show you all the different modes. Okay, so at this point I'm just going to go ahead and lock it. Now to put it in program mode, you can see, first of all, before we do that, you can see the buttons are double function. You've got buttons labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then star. These are single press buttons, and then the 1 becomes a 6 and the 2 becomes a 7 and so on when you double press them. So this is how you get all 10 of your digits. 6 through 0 are double pressing the 1 through 5. This, as you know, it can serve 3 different functions. In the resting mode, basically what it's going to do is reset the whole thing into the programming mode. Now when I press the reset, this green light will actually come on orange for a split second and then go green, and that's checking the batteries first. If it needs batteries, right after it goes orange, it'll go red and start beeping at you. So we'll press it, and as you see, if you saw very quickly, it went orange and now it's green. And it'll stay green now for up to 60 seconds. If you don't do anything, it goes back into the resting mode and then becomes unprogrammed. Anywhere within the 60 seconds you can start programming it, and each time you start pushing buttons it goes for another 60 seconds, so you actually won't ever run out of time unless you have to leave for a phone call. So I'm going to program it, and the way it works is you've got up to 7 digits, 3 digits for the day, 2 digits for the hour, and 2 digits for the minute. And if you're going to use all the digits up, you can just enter them all at one time. Like, for example, I'm going to put in 111 days. That's single presses. You hear a quick beep and then a long beep. The quick beep means it was a single press. The long beep means it was entered into memory. And then I'm going to do, say, 27 hours. So 2. And then a double click. Hear the double click? That's 27 hours. And I'm going to just put down 35 minutes. So now all the digits entered, I'm going to enter it by pressing the star key. Now it's going to read it back. 1, 1, 1, so it's 111 days. There's 2. That's 7, so 27 hours. 3. 5, so 35 minutes. Now you can see when it's going red for 20 seconds, we are now in what we call the cool-off mode. The cool-off mode, you can still open up the safe and take something out, put something in real fast, or reset. I'm going to reset it for now, so we don't go into all the have to wait down 111 days. It could be a little embarrassing. But you understand the procedure. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for 1 minute. So this way, while it's locked down, I'm going to show you that even while it's locked down, you can still see how much time is remaining, and you can still check the condition of the battery at any time. Now, here's where this button is a double function. We're in the programming mode right now. What I'm going to do is I don't care about days, and I can have any days, so I'm just going to bypass that by hitting star. That goes past days, and now we're into hours. Hours, I'm going to bypass that too. So just hit star. Now we're in minutes. I'm going to put in 1 minute. So here's 1. And enter. So now it's going to read it back. Now watch how it reads back. See the short red beeps? That's 3 zeros, so there's no days. 2 more short beeps, so there's no hours. And 0, 1 minutes. So it's set for 1 minute. Now this time I'm going to let it go ahead for the 20 seconds. I'm not going to touch anything in the cool-off period. during the cool-off period, it's just giving you another chance to either reset it, you put the numbers in wrong, or to open up the safe to take out or put in something last minute. Once that light turns off, you're locked down and ain't coming out. But I'm going to show you, as I said, when you're in the lockdown mode, which we are right now. Right now it's locked and you can't do anything. But at any time, if you want to check the condition of the battery, if you press the star, watch the light. You see, it's green. Battery is good. And anytime you want to see how much time is left, push any button and then count the beeps. Remember, short red beeps are zeros and then the long green beeps are the numbers. So let's watch. Still 0 days. Still 0 hours. And of course still 1 minute, obviously, because we've only been talking while it's been locked down for about 20 seconds. Now we're going to let it go. And you'll see that at the end of the lockdown period, it'll beep for a long time, about 3 full seconds, and the green light will come on. And at that point, it'll just sit there in the resting mode, so you can come along at any time. You don't have to be standing there when the time runs out and think you've only got 3 seconds to turn the lever. No, you don't have to worry about that. Again, it'll be in the standing mode by the time you come back. Any attempt to open it now, of course, won't work, because if you press any of the buttons, it's just going to read back the time left, and if you push this, it's just going to tell you the battery. You can't get in there. Now until it's done, and so we'll wait a few more seconds until it's done. Now as you see, it didn't open up the safe. It's still locked because it doesn't know if anyone's there anyway. So if you want to open it now, since you're back into the resting mode, again, any number will open it. And also a word of caution. Don't be pressing this while it's locked. While you're pressing this, try to open it, because it puts too much of a strain on the solenoid. Hands off until you get the green light. Then you can turn it and open it. And that concludes. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or send an email. Bye.